Hello, goodbye, and hello again, and welcome back to Scarlet Hollow here on Spooky Ducktober. Let's get right back into it. It hadn't been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, a chill descends upon the hollow, and you see your situation with renewed clarity. You're in a new place, far from civilization and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. You feel a sense of foreboding. You feel an overwhelming sense of foreboding, which seems only natural considering where you are. Your instinct screams at you to leave, but at the same time, you're curious to see what the night has in store for you. You decide to go with the flow, to keep putting one foot in front of the other, and to not dwell too much on this strange feeling. Gotta love this brisk fall weather. The past summer was the hottest on record, since last year at least. You know how it is these days. Each summer is the hottest yet until the next summer, which always finds a way to be so much worse. It's just nice to feel a chill in the air and see the leaves change, like normalcy is restored, if only for a moment. Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun, like skunk apes. Let's see. Do you ever hunt things that aren't cryptids? Like, ghosts, demons, werewolves, that sort of thing? Yeah, for sure. I used to go on all sorts of spooky stuff. I never had much luck, though. Especially when it came to ghosts. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I'd go into all sorts of old abandoned buildings, hoping I'd stumble across some sort of activity. But nothing ever happened. It was always just me and my camera in an old house getting worked up over a gust of wind or a creaky floorboard. When all's said and done, I've just been a lot luckier with cryptids. I want to believe in ghosts so bad, and I can't rule out the possibility that there really are true hauntings out there, but if there are, I sure as heck haven't seen any myself. Werewolves I kind of lump in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there actually were people out there who turned into animals, but werewolf lore lines up pretty well with that great beast genre of cryptid. As for demons, I don't know. I honestly don't even want to consider the possibility that they exist. Because if they really are out there, geez, a lot of folks are doomed to an eternity of flames. So let's hope that that's all just bunk, am I right? What do you think about aliens? Don't even get me started. Did you see the UFO videos the government declassified? Aliens are definitely real, and they have absolutely visited Earth. Like, I believe in aliens way more than I believe in cryptids. I adore my darling Stella, but she gets the strangest ideas in her head these days. Ever since her parents went away, she's been more and more foolhardy with all this critter nonsense. You don't see me hunting aliens out here because we know they're real. Let's go with another mystical response. We're not alone out here, but everything is cut from the same cloth. Whoa, haha. You gotta meet my friend Kanika's mom. You two would get along. Has anything bad ever happened on one of these hikes? Just curious. Let me think. There was that time back in early high school when Reese fell down a cliff. But he was fine. We had some folks from the town rig up a pulley to get him out of that ravine, and his leg only took a couple of months to heal. All in all, not too bad. Though, I guess there was also that time I was out here alone and kinda got stuck in a cave. I was getting great footage of what I thought was a family of wampus cats, but I wasn't able to wiggle my way back out. Turns out the wampus cats were actually skunks who very much did not appreciate me blocking the entrance to their hidey hole. And instead of running for help, Gretchen just sat outside, bored to tears. Lassie she is not. As if I made sure to give those nasty little skunks a piece of my mind. That's what I did. And I kept Stella company, just as she would for me if I decided to hide in a hole for hours. It took about an hour to get loose, which was pretty intense, but a few tomato juice baths later I was right as rain. So it could have been a lot worse. Oh, and there was time I accidentally stumbled onto Old Duke's property and nearly got my head shot off. But that happens to everybody sooner or later. I'd barely count it. So yeah, these hikes aren't all that dangerous, all things considered. What's the weirdest thing you've seen out here, other than anything cryptid related, of course? Oh gosh, that's a good one. Let me think. Well, there's always the deer I saw stealing baby birds out of a nest and eating them. That was pretty messed up. But I think most people know about that these days. I've seen tons of videos of other deer doing it, so I'm not sure if it counts as weird anymore. No, that's pretty weird. Oh, Tetanus Lake. That definitely the weirdest. It was 5 foot deep, 30 feet wide pile of old cans and bottles and assorted garbage with grass and trees growing on it, so you could barely tell it was there until you stepped on it. It was pretty solid ground with how much it was practically solid ground with how much it had been compressed, but you could still fall through if you weren't careful, hence the name. Better be up on your shots if you want to mess around in there. It was all the stuff from the 50s too, which was super neat. I salvaged a few bottles that I keep on my dresser as a little souvenir. Let's move on. Did you hear that? Oh, calm down, Gretchen, you old Oh, Duke, you rascal. Same to you, Stella. You're always jumping at nothing, girl. Phew. Sorry for getting spooked, Duke. I thought you were some creature of darkness. Nah, girlie, just old Duke. Now what the hell are you looking for way out here? Skunk ape? Sorry I asked. And who's this you suckered into coming with you? Wait a tick. You aren't... Is that? Yep. I see. Welcome to the holler. My condolences. I'll keep you in my prayers. Another stranger, another opportunity for a salty introduction. Offer Duke your boiled peanuts! You hold up the slippery bag in front of Duke. It's grown quite fragrant since you first put it in your rucksack, like the scent of old beer, but you're pretty sure that's what it's supposed to smell like. Boiled peanuts from your backpack? No, I'm all set, thank you. Now both of y'all head on back to town, you hear? It's best you steer well clear of this area tonight. I'm out dealing with my own critter, and won't be appreciative if a couple fools with a camera scare away the more sensitive wildlife. What are you hunting tonight? Something tall and hairy? Something musky? You see something like that recently? Wouldn't you like to know? You never could stay in your business, Stella Richmond. Put that damn camera down. Aw, come on, Duke. Maybe I could help out. I'm pretty good at tracking. You know I learned from the best. That you did, but I have yet to see a shred of proof that you listened to any of it. The way you tromp around the woods at night yelling about chungabungas or what have you. Something's been getting at my chickens. I've lost 3 this week and can't afford to lose many more than that. I'm sorry to hear that. But, I wonder if Skunk Ape has a taste for chicken. Now see, this is why I don't come to you about these things. It ain't no Skunk Ape, whatever the hell that is. I know exactly what this is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's... I do, actually. It's those damn mountain lions. They're out there, Stella. I don't care if what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out in these woods as long as I have. Those sons of bitches are sneaky. Of course you wouldn't find one in one night of tracking. And I know for a fact that what's been getting at my chickens, it couldn't be anything else. I'm telling you, man, mountain lions are extinct in these parts. There hasn't been an actual sighting since the 1990s, and even those were iffy. It's true, there are mountain lions out there, sure as sin. They pee in all the best trees. I can't believe you go out there on your YouTubes saying some river monster spotted by a couple school-age Boy Scouts has been 100% confirmed, yet Appalachian cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. You made me look like a fool. I read those comments people were posting on your video. They were calling me all kinds of names just for seeing something with my own eyes that I know to be true. Don't read the comments, dude. Never read the comments. I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean to sick anybody on you. I just don't think it's plausible. I read the comments on my own videos. So leave a comment if you'd like. You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of these woods at dawn. And if you two don't want a face full of buckshot, I suggest you run home and stay out of the woods tonight. Mystical. As Duke's words leave his mouth, a sinking feeling starts to pull at your stomach, as if the four of you were inexorably creeping towards something terrible. Let's see. Should we tell him not to kill it, or should we tell him it doesn't end well for him? I think maybe let's not antagonize the man with the gun. But no, I mean, I maybe antagonize him a little. Just don't threaten him. What if you find a mountain lion? Don't kill it. If there are any in the Appalachians, they'd be highly endangered. Killing one might actually be a crime. At the very least, it'd be a crime against nature. A crime? What about the crimes they committed against me and my chickens? Ain't murder one of the worst crimes you can commit? I'm just serving justice where it's due. An eye for an eye, a life for a life. The mountain lion, if it is a mountain lion, killed to live. You're killing for revenge. One is much worse than the other, if you ask me. Why can't you let it be and get a bigger fence for your chickens or something? I've already practically walled the damn things in. Okay, there wasn't a dam there. The damn cougars... Oh, that's where the dam was. The damn cougars chewed the fence apart. They're killing machines, and I've got to stop them before they take any more of my precious little ladies. My chickens are like family to me. I was there to see them hatch, and I can't stand to see another chicken taken before her time. But I've gotta film tonight. The video needs to be out by tomorrow evening so I can keep on schedule. If I miss an update, I might lose my new sponsor, and who knows what that'll mean for my career. You ain't the only one on a schedule. As you well know, my boy Bo and me are headed down to the state fair to show off Big Betty tomorrow morning. Well, we'll be gone near a whole week, so our chicken coop might as well have a big all-you-can-eat sign on it. Fine, I see you want me moved, and I respect that. Come on, Carbon. Let's go back to town. Maybe my viewers won't be too angry with me. About time. Have a nice night, y'all. As you and Stella return to the trail, she carefully looks back the way you came. Okay, the coast is clear. There's no way we're letting Duke edge us out of this, edge us out that easily. Come on, I know a trail that'll let us get around him. Let's see. Heck, let's just say, lead the way. Lead the way. And trust me, we don't have anything to worry about from old Duke or his shotgun. I've gone out hunting with him before. The man sounds like a truck crashing through the trees when he walks. Even if we do cross paths, we'll hear him long before he catches wind of us. The trail's just up this way. Let's go. Alright, this looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera? She hands you the camera and takes position. Ahem. As night falls, my new assistant, the mysterious Carbon, and I find ourselves on a high hill in the Blue Ridge Mountains, where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive yet pungent skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southeastern edge of the United States, including right in this very county. Here's hoping we catch a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Until then, stay searching, Stellars. And keep digging, Gretches. I can take that camera off your hands now. We'll be able to start the tracking scenes once the sun sets all the way. In the meantime, we get to take in all this beautiful scenery. It's gorgeous out here, don't you think? Mystical. Though you and Stella are back on your own, the unsettling feeling that penetrated your gut earlier still remains. There's something wrong in these woods. Though what it is still eludes you. Let's see. There's something wrong in the air. It feels oppressive, dark. You don't happen to mean stinky, do you? You think you're smelling the skunk ape? Let's see. No, more like a storm is coming. Don't worry, I checked the weather this morning and we're in for a beautiful cloudless night. It really is the perfect time for a hike. Unless you mean a metaphorical storm. I don't think weather radar picks up on those. But either way, my gut usually warns me if I'm going to run into trouble, and I feel A-okay. Your quiet moment with Stella is broken by a loud percussive snort. Death has come for me at last. Goodbye, cruel world. No need to come to terms with your own mortality just yet. That's just the sound deer make when they want to warn the rest of their herd about big scary predators like us. Let's check it out. As you and Stella hear the footfalls of animals retreating into the woods, she searches for her flashlight. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of Stella's flashlight while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Pain, rot, decay. A deer! Let me at him! How dare he infringe upon my dear Stella's personal space? Let me at him! And then it's gone. That was a lumpy deer. Geez, Gretchen, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself. Oh my, it seems like I was consumed by blinding rage. How very unladylike. What must you think of me? She cannot handle deer. When she gets like this, I usually have to pick her up and hold her. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go after something. You're too much of a potato, and they don't make harnesses to fit potatoes, do they? There was something wrong with that deer. Did you see its face? Now that you mention it, there was something a little off. I bet it was an abscess, maybe a tumor. It's not like the wild animals can get those taken care of, so they just get bigger and bigger, poor thing. But there's not much we can do about it. Let's see. It's never too late to turn back. I don't actually think I'm cut out for this sort of thing. Those deer genuinely spooked me. I don't know if you want me weighing you down. Don't be so hard on yourself. You just aren't accustomed to the sounds of the forest yet. When you go on your first few night hikes, everything sounds like some horrible monster that's just waiting for an opportunity to shred you to bits. But eventually you realize it's mostly deer and raccoons, which probably won't go after you. Here, let's take a quick snack break before we get into the night's activities. Maybe some food will help settle your nerves. As you settle down to rest, Stella breaks out a bag of assorted snacks. Let's see, what should we take? I'll take some dried apricots. I actually dried these myself. I wound up getting a bunch of apricots for free from Janie a while back and didn't know what else to do with them. It's wild how easy it is to make your own dried fruit. Really? Maybe I should try it out sometime. Yeah, you just slice up your fruit of choice and put it in the oven at like 200 degrees. Set a timer for 4 hours, and you come back to a whole mess of dried fruit. Do make sure to set a timer, though. That's the most important part of cooking, honestly. Never assume you'll be able to tell how much time has passed. I guess that actually applies to a lot of things. You and Stella settle down on an overlook, snacks in hand, as the quiet sound of evening wildlife washes over you. Sounds of evening wildlife wash over you. Gretchen gnaws a stick, distracted for the time being. So, tell me what it's like in Redbird. Do you have a house? An apartment? Do you live with family, roommates, pets? Tell me what it's like to be Carbon. I live alone in a dingy studio apartment. And it's a mixed bag. At first it was kind of nice to finally have a space that was just mine, but now it feels cramped. It's like I'm stuck in a closet alone, and no one can come let me out because I chose this for myself. And as far as they know, I'm happy being there. The lights flicker, the toilet is constantly getting backed up because the landlady upstairs keeps flushing her cat's litter. It smells like cigarettes for some reason, and it's home to an extremely durable population of roaches. But I guess it's home. I do what I can to spruce up the place. I got a plant. You know how they say living things are supposed to brighten up a room. When you put it like that, I wonder if staying in the old mansion is a step up or a step down for you. Maybe just a step sideways. Have you tried looking for a different place, or maybe finding a roommate? There's got to be a better apartment than that in a big city like Redbird. I've thought about finding a place with roommates, but I haven't really landed on anything yet. Maybe I'll look into it when I get back. Oh yeah? So what do you do for a living? I'm actually a streamer. Oh, no way! A fellow content creator. That's awesome. I knew we had a lot in common, Carbon. What sort of streams do you do? I mostly play video games. That's cool. I'll have to check out your channel sometime this week. How do you like it? I wouldn't trade it for the world. Most people I meet tend to raise an eyebrow when I tell them what I do, but I love it. It might not be much, but it makes me feel like I'm taking control of my own destiny. Believe me, I can relate. I don't think I'd give up what I do for anything. A crisp breeze passes over you. What about you? What's your living situation? Gretchen and I live in a little house just outside town. It's actually the house I grew up in, so it has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it. And I'm glad I could keep it in the family. A great-great-grandfather built that house, and he must have done a great job, because it's just as sturdy as it's ever been. Do you live alone there? Yeah, the place used to belong to my parents, but they're not around anymore. And the hollow's a small enough place that other folks don't need roommates. Oh geez, I'm so sorry. It's okay, you didn't know. And I've done my morning. You don't have to watch your tongue around me or anything. Life goes on. What were they like? Did you get along? They were amazing. Two of the nicest people you'll ever meet, and interesting too. My dad was a bit of a regional legend among hunters and trappers. He was always out in the woods on the trail of something, and he certainly had some interesting dinner because of him. He had to learn how to fend for himself, you see, since his family didn't have much growing up, so he learned how to hunt and trap and got damn good at it. He always made sure I had food, and that I knew how to get it if I ever found myself too far away from a grocery store. I could probably make us a pretty good salad with what's in this clearing, if I had to, though it wouldn't exactly taste great. As for my mom, she was a saint. She was the local vet, the lady all the farms in the county knew to call if their animals were in need of something. She was smart as a whip and strong to boot. Turns out pulling calves out of 1,600-pound cows all day is a great way to build muscle. But she was gentle too. Even the smallest mouse would get the proper care in her hands. I'm sure she's the most of the reason Gretchen here is one of the oldest dogs I've ever met. So yeah, those were my parents. My mom died pretty recently, so I get it. It's alright if you ever need to talk about things. Aw, thanks Carbon. That's really sweet of you. How are you holding up? It wasn't a quick death. It took years, to the point that it was almost a relief when it finally happened. But then it sank in that she's really gone, that I was utterly alone. And then the hospital bills started to come in, so yeah, I'm not taking it well. Yeesh, I can't even imagine how bad that must be. It's just salt in the wound at that point. Whoa. My stars, what was that? Stella immediately packs her bag and slings it over her shoulder. That wasn't a sound meant for human ears. Whatever made it is close. Here, hold Gretchen's leash for me and let's check this out. You and Stella inch towards the tree line and she shines her flashlight into the woods. Do stay close, Carbon. I wouldn't want any harm to befall you. As you approach, a series of weak clucks call out from a nearby bush. Pain! It's all pain. Maybe Duke's birds weren't eaten after all. What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play that back. Holy shit. I'm guessing it must be maybe 2-3 feet tall? Doesn't look hairy either, so I think we can rule out skunk ape. But whatever it is, it has one of Duke's chickens. It looks like it's headed north. Let's go after it. Do we have to? Now's not the time to hesitate. If we're catching this thing, we gotta go now. Stella springs into the woods in pursuit, leaving you no choice but to run after her, Gretchen excitedly pulling you along by her leash. Stella, my darling companion, are you alright? Oof. Are you okay? Haha, yeah, I'm alright. I just tripped on something weird. Oh no, the poor thing, it must have been one of Duke's. Oh Jesus, it's still alive. Don't go near that. Jesus, Stella, don't go near that. That thing is diseased. Stella, be careful. That thing doesn't smell right. Don't worry. I'm not gonna touch it. Not with my hands, at least. And hey, I'm sorry that the thing turned out to be so grisly. I swear that it's not normally like this. We can go home after I film this if that's what you want. Alright, don't worry about me. I can keep going. Haha, good to hear. Let's film this and continue the hunt. Ahem. It seems we found one of Duke's chickens, folks, and she's not looking good. I'm hesitant to speculate, but she definitely seems to have some sort of growth under her skin. Could be a tumor, could be something else. Either way, I don't think there's much that can be done for her at this point. Geez, I'm gonna have to put up some massive content warnings for this video. Hey, do you hear that? There's something out there, all around us. I can smell it. There are so many of them. What in Sam Hill are you two doing out here? Didn't I tell you to... Birdie? Oh, Birdie, what's wrong, darling? Good God. Did y'all see what did this to her? No, we didn't see whatever did this to your bird, but I think we can hear them right now. Don't tell me you're all caught up in Stella's nonsense. Duke, I'm so sorry. We're on the trail when we found her like this. Put that camera away, for God's sake, girl. I don't want to be in another one of your videos. No one needs to see me like this. No one needs to see Birdie like this. You wouldn't put her online, would you? Not when she's like this, all swollen and hurting. Duke, did you hear what Carbon said? I think we're coming closer. You stay away from my Stella, you mongrels. Come out, you sons of bitches. Duke, don't shoot them. We have no idea what'll happen. You hear that, Stella? That ain't the sound of something peace-like. Whatever these things are, they'll pay for what they did to my girls. Come on, you, whatever your name is, grab that flashlight and help me line up a good shot. I can feel that white-hot rage from earlier starting to wash back over me. I'm going after them. As creatures in the tree line grow louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness. Oh, this is a big choice here, folks. This is one that's actually going to matter. But we gotta save the dog. We always gotta save the dog. You dive forward and scoop Gretchen up in your arms just before she manages to wriggle out of her harness. Your eyes fixate on the dark tree line over Duke's shoulder. God damn it! You hear a body hit the ground, and then quiet as the chaos fades and the sound of nature creeps back in. Gretchen? Carbon? Duke? Are you alright? Let's say I'm just glad we're not dead. Yeah, not being dead is good. What happened? Did I lose myself again? I apologize for being so easily shaken up. I'll do better. Gretchen, here, I'll take her. Poor little pup. Thanks for watching out for her. Duke? Are you okay? I'd say no. I'd say Duke is not okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Duke, holy shit. What do we do now? What the hell are we supposed to do? We gotta go to the police. This is what I did last time, and I'm curious what happens if we say we go after things. But I think the right option here really is to call the police. What do you mean, what do we do? We've got to take this thing to the police. A man's dead. What happened to Duke? Is something wrong with him? Why won't he get up? You're right. And we have footage of what happened here. But it's so dark and shaky. It all just seems so unbelievable. We need more footage. Come on, let's go after them before we lose our chance. Are you sure this is such a good idea, Stella? Nope, but we're already in this deep. What's the harm in digging a little deeper? Let me go ahead and save. And I guess we'll say, then, lead the way. Good to know. Lead the way. Looks like Duke managed to tag one of them before he, We should be able to follow the blood trail. Let's go while it's still fresh. As you and Stella push through the woods, the unearthly sound once again surround you. Just ignore them. I smell something terribly foul in the air. There's a clearing up ahead. Stella stops in her tracks a few feet ahead of you. Holy shit, I think I'm gonna be sick. Whoa. The shrieks pull back as the steady whispers pulls back into steady whispers as you and Stella stumble upon the putrid bodies of dozens of dead and dying animals. A stinking realization pulls at your gut. This is their nest, and you are surrounded. What is this horrible place? We need to get out of here. More of those swelling. All the animals have them, or had them. They want us to leave, Stella. We shouldn't be here. We shouldn't have seen any of this. Yeah, you're right. We have enough footage. Let's get the hell away from this nest before things get ugly. Just as you follow Stella in a mad dash through the woods, so too do the unearthly hollers and whispers of the nest. In the highest branches of the tree and down on the forest floor, they're all around you, casually keeping pace with your all-out sprint. We're almost there. As you and Stella reach the main road, the cries of the creatures fade back into the sounds of nature. It sounds like they stopped following us. I certainly can't smell that stench anymore. I should get reception now that we're back on the main road. Let me find my phone so I can call the sheriff. You feel a buzz in your pocket. 6 missed calls from Tabitha, and 13 text messages. Let me call her. You try and call Tabitha back, but it goes straight to voicemail. You text Tabitha back and let her know that you're okay. The message sits unread. Yikes, Tabitha's been blowing up my phone. I guess she must be worried about you. But, first things first, let's call the police. Stella pulls out her phone and dials. Hello? Earl? It's Stella Richmond. I'm up on the mountain on the Askina Trail. Duke is dead, Earl. Shotgun. It happened right in front of us. There's something in the woods. You gotta hurry. Okay, yeah. Are they really gone? Yeah, I think we're okay, but hurry. Jesus, Earl. Who's gonna tell Bo? I guess now we wait. Takes a little while, but eventually a patrol car arrives at the scene. Out of it walks 2 officers, Sheriff Hugby, a friendly older man, and Deputy Franklin, a serious man wearing sunglasses despite it being the middle of the night. See? Right there, a thing jumps out of the woods, then the shotgun goes off. What in Sam Hill? What is that, some kind of Pillsbury doughboy? Could have been a naked maniac. As the video reveals the creature's nest, Franklin ever so slightly lowers his sunglasses. Or a whole bunch of naked maniacs. What the heck is that? Some sort of crop circle? They killed Duke. Uh-huh. Now we're going to have to confiscate this camera, Miss Richmond. If you don't mind. This is evidence. But Okay. Let me just turn it off and save the battery. Here you go, Deputy Franklin. We appreciate your compliance with the law. We'll get a team out in the morning to retrieve the body, but for now, Sheriff Hugby and I... Please, call me Earl. Earl and I will escort you and... Who are you exactly? That's Carbon. They came into town today for the funeral. Carbon? As in... Tabitha's cousin, yeah. Damn, didn't think you'd actually show. We'll escort you both back to town. If there's a naked maniac on the loose, it's best that you don't walk back on your own. It wasn't a... Never mind. Why aren't you going out there tonight? There's a dead body in the woods. Those things out there could attack someone else. Well, it ain't exactly like old Duke is going anywhere at this point. He'll still be out there in the morning. We only have a skeleton crew at the moment. Monday nights are Deputy Derrickson's bowling nights. We'll be on alert for any more reports of naked maniacs, but retrieving Duke will have to wait. Now, if you'll kindly step into the vehicle, we can return you safely to your home. Do we have to ride back with you? We can just walk. Those creatures left. We'll be fine. I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist, for your own safety. Stella sighs. Okay, thank you. You can ride up in front with me, little lady. That is, if your mama permits. I certainly cannot turn down some extra pets and affection, especially after the ordeal we've all been through tonight. Haha, sure, Earl. You can hold Gretchen on the way back to town. You two stay out of trouble. We'll have this all sorted out in the morning. Just get a good night's sleep. And you, whatever your name is. Carbon. Sure. You're in town for the funeral? Good. Don't you go leaving before then. I imagine we'll need to ask you a few questions about everything you've seen tonight. Stella, keep an eye on them for us. Make sure they don't get into any more trouble. Y'all have a good night now. Bye-bye, Gretchen. And y'all have a lovely evening. If any boogaboos give you trouble, you know how to get in touch. And here you are, back in town, away from the woods, with no one but Stella in sight. Holy shit. If you don't mind me asking, but why on earth did you ask them if we could walk back? That's a fair question. I've just had some bad experiences with cars. I don't know how to drive them, and I don't like getting into them unless it's literally a question of life and death. Which I guess tonight was. Sorry if I weirded you out. God, what a night. Let's see. They sure seemed a little blasé about a man's death. I can't believe they're waiting until the morning to even start looking for him. Who knows what those things are going to do to his body right now. I believe that they are well-intentioned, if in over their heads. And what's worse is I think they implied you're a suspect, even after we showed them all that footage. Even the nest. The truth will get out. Even if they don't believe that footage, those things are out there in the woods, and something's telling me they're not going away. Yeah, no kidding. But it's okay. I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you. Nor will I, though I have little understanding of police work. I was there. I filmed the whole thing. At the very least, it'll never hold up in court. And it won't get to that point either, because we're going to do a little investigating of our own. We've got to find out more about those things. If we can get clear footage, or better yet, trap one of them, there's no way they can blame you for what happened. The library doesn't open for a while, but I've read every book on cryptids they have and never come across anything like this. There is someone in town who might have some useful information. Her place isn't far. We should head over there now before it gets any later. I guess let's do it. Let's do it. Awesome, let's go. I'm glad you're sticking it out with us. It's always so nice to have an extra companion. I hope she's still awake. There's something foul creeping up behind us. Carbon! Jesus! You and Stella turn to see a shadowy figure staring at you from across the road. You didn't hear it approach. Welcome home. Whoever this is, its presence has chilled you to your very soul. Before you can respond, the door behind you swings open. An older woman stands in the entryway. Go home, Wayne. I can't help you tonight. You look back and the figure is already gone, disappearing into the shadows of the night. I'm sorry about that, Stella. Some people just can't be helped. What brings you out here so late? And who is this? Hi, Mrs. Forsyth. This is Carbon. Is it okay if we come in? You and Mrs. Forsyth briefly lock eyes. So blinding and overpowering is her aura that just looking at her feels like staring directly into the sun. Her gaze pierces entirely through you, and in that moment you feel wholly known. And that moment passes, and you see only the woman before you. Of course, you're in luck. I just put on water for hibiscus tea. And for goodness sakes, you can call me Sybil. You're an adult now, after all. Hold on, getting some more water. Welcome to my little nook. This place always has the loveliest aromas. It's nice to finally meet you, Carbon. I was so sorry to hear about your mother. Vivian was such a lovely soul, and she's been sorely missed in the holler. And now poor Pearl Ann is gone as well. Do let me know if there's anything you need while you're in town. Let's offer Sybil your boiled peanuts. You hold out your bag of peanuts as a gift to Sybil. She offered you and Stella tea, after all, and it's only polite to offer something in return. Oh my, thank you for your kind offer, dear, but I'm afraid it's far too late for me to have something so salty. You knew my mom? Of course, dear. She was a good friend of mine for many years. She was such a lovely woman. You should come by sometime. I can delight you with unsavory tales of her youth. Who is that outside? Just a very sick man. You needn't worry about him. How did you know that my mom died? Oh, Pearl Ann was a chatty woman. Not much went on that I wouldn't get an earful of. Bless her heart. I never met Pearl Ann. You don't have to pass on your condolences to me. I have no feelings about the woman. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. That didn't sound very nice about it. Ah, that's fair, child, but it seems like the right thing to do. We need your help. Ah, yes, I suppose pleasantries can wait for another time. What's got you here so late? You seem troubled. You know about weird stuff, right? Unexplainable stuff? I'm not so sure I follow, dear. I know which oils to use and for which aches. I know a bit about classical spiritualism. But what sort of unexplainable things are you talking about? Duke was killed tonight by something in the woods. Oh, my lord. Have you contacted the police? Yes, and they didn't take it very seriously. They're not even looking for the body until tomorrow. Those things out there, I don't even know how to describe them. I can't say I know much about local wildlife. My daughter has always had a brighter gift for nature than I. This wasn't the local wildlife, Miss Forsyth. Here, I can show you. Stella pulls out a memory card from her sleeve and pops it into her phone. I wasn't about to just let the police hold on to this, at least not before I had a chance to make a copy. The cops are going to be mad when they find out you kept that. Only if they figure out I kept it on purpose. Don't worry, I can play dumb when I have to. As far as they'll know, it was an honest accident. Where was this? Up the mountain to the northwest. Within the town limits? Yes. I see. Is there a way to make the video bigger and louder if you can? I'd need to plug the memory card into a computer. I could go back and get mine. No need, Kanika should still be awake. She can lend us hers. Kanika? Are we seeing Kanika? You'd better come with, Stella. I'm sure she'll be more willing to help a friend than her nosy mother. Kanika, come on out. We could use a little help. What, Mom? Oh. Hey, Stella. And Gretchen, who's a good potato? Kanika, is it me? Am I the good potato? I most certainly hope I am. And a stranger. What are you doing in my house? You hold out your bowl of peanuts. Generosity is the best way to make new friends. No. Tabitha's cousin? Yep. Sweetie, we were wondering if we could borrow your laptop. Stella and her friend have a video to show us. It's really important, Kanika. Okay. My room's a mess. I'll just bring it out here. Heads up, Kanika. This is graphic. Duke got killed out in the woods tonight. It's on the recording. Wait, are you serious? Duke's dead? We can watch this without you. You know I have a harder stomach than any of our friends. I'm pressing play. Silence washes over the room as the video plays. Stella, what the hell is this? This is far beyond my ability to contribute. I'll leave the thinking to you humans. I'm sorry either of you had to see this, but Carbon and I have no idea how to make heads or tails of it. Nice Sailor Moon shirt. Stella, are you okay? Did you get hurt? I'm fine, really, I'm okay. Remain silent. Poor Duke. Poor Bo. Has anyone told him yet? We talked to the police. I hope they told Bo, but Earl and Deputy Franklin didn't seem to be in much of a hurry to do anything. I'll call him later tonight. But for now, we have something far more serious to discuss. Whatever happened in the woods, we weren't supposed to see any of that. You're not wrong. Those things, my grandmother called them ditchlings. They are a terrible omen, a sign of great suffering and destruction to come. Mom, come on, whatever's doing this is serious. Stop scaring Stella and Carbon with this tally-po crap. A man just died. Have some respect. Kanika, sweetie, let your mother talk. The creatures themselves are harmless to people, despite that grisly scene in the woods. How can you say that? Duke is dead. An unfortunate accident, nothing more. Just as birds flock before a storm, the ditchlings congregate where tragedy is soon to befall. To see one is to be cursed by fate. To see so many in one place is... Sybil holds her silence. Jesus, Mom, they clearly had a rough night. They don't need this. It's okay, Kanika. This is helpful. Stella, whatever these things are, they aren't magic. Can't rule that out, not after what we saw. But fine, let's focus on what we know. Whatever they are, they're doing something to these animals. You saw that nest. What were those growths? Let's see. I have to agree with Sybil. I could clearly hear them telling us that this place is cursed and to get out while we still can. Spooky stuff. That was us using both of our skills together, by the way. That was talk to animals plus mystical. Wait, are you serious? I couldn't make out anything. It was all just garbled whispering to me. How interesting. Are you sure they're not just subconsciously rewriting your memories to match my mom's theories? Even if we were to assume for a moment that you and my mom are right, I'd still want to know what they're doing in the woods. Maybe what we're seeing here is some sort of parasitical larva stage, part of their life cycle. But I don't want to jump to any conclusions about something this out there, not without doing some research or talking to a biologist. I'm sure there's a rational explanation that'll clear all this up. Oh dear, I'd forgotten entirely about the tea I put on. Let me fix you up a couple of cups. It'll help soothe your nerves. I don't know, it's getting late and I should let Carbon get some rest. I ran them ragged today with all the hiking and running through the woods in terror. Let's see. You don't have to leave on my account. I can stay up, this is important. Okay. Maybe it's that I'm eager to get home and start doing some research. I'll ask around on my usual forums to see if anyone has information on ditchlings. Is that what you call them? That's right. You go on home now and do try to get some rest. Don't stay up all night on the online. Let me get you some of my house-made peppermint tea to go. It really does wonders to soothe the soul. Bye, Stella. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? And call me if you need to talk. Thanks, Kanika. I'll see ya. Bye, Carbon. It's excellent iced or warm, though with the nights getting chillier, warm will probably be best. Helps wake up the bones. Be careful out there, both of you. Sybil turns and closes the door behind her. What an unfortunately short visit. Alrighty, let's head back home. My home, I mean. And here we are. You're welcome to stay the night if you want. I should probably head back and check on Tabitha. That's sweet of you. Are you sure you're okay heading back up the mountain alone? Sybil said the ditchlings are harmless. I think I'll be okay. It's not far. Well, I won't stop you if you really want to go back. Here's my number. Call me when you get there, okay? And good luck. You and Stella exchange numbers. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, we're in this together. Yeah, we are. Stay safe, buddy. Good luck, Carbon. You begin a long hike back up to the Scarlet estate alone. Continue down the path. Almost home. You've made it. Your salvation in sight, you make a mad dash to the door. As you raise your arm, the door swings open. Where the hell have you been? I called you back as soon as I had reception. Did you? I didn't notice. Do you know anyone named Wayne? I have no idea what you're talking about. I met this girl in town and we really wound up hitting it off. We went on this night hike to find cryptids. Ah, so you met Stella then. Ugh, that explains everything. And she's gotten you all worked up. I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, you don't want to hang out? I'm still all hyped up on adrenaline from tonight. I would love to just hang out for a little while, cool down a bit. No, I'm not going to hang out with you. It's late. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Don't do anything stupid while I'm asleep. Just go to your room and sleep. You're alone in the estate. The sound of the wind whistling through the house gives you an uneasy feeling in your gut. It's probably best to turn in and try to leave the night behind you. As you settle into your room, you remember what Stella asked you. You remember that Stella asked you to call her once you got back. Alright, let's call her. You pull out your phone and call. Hey, how are you? She sounds a little different, like she's been crying. Did you make it alright? Yeah, I'm alright. How are you? Totally fine. I mean, as fine as I could be, I guess. You don't have to worry about me. Go get some Z's, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. From the relative safety of this uncomfortable bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else. Though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments, for now you're safe and you're warm. Eventually, the sun will rise and chase away the monsters, and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in this normal world and have a boring week in the mountains with your sour-faced cousin. It's a nice thought, but deep down you can't help but worry about that things will only get worse. Showing off some of Abby's great artwork. Alpacas! Alpacas are great. Alright, so this is the end of chapter 1, and I think we'll stop here for now. I might play some more of this sometime, but for now we'll call it at that. Scarlet Hollow is on Steam. The first chapter, which we've just played, is free, so if you'd like to play it for yourself and see how things change, then feel free. It's a really good game. Like, there's lots of different dialogue options that lead to things changing down the line, and lots of great characters. If you'd like to continue this World Satan episode 2, please save your game now. Alright, let's go ahead and save here. And that was the end of chapter 1. Alright, so this has been Scarlet Hollow, and join us next time. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Alright, thanks. Peace.